hot cup of coffee isn't just for the early birds. It can also be for the night owls. Whenever you feel lost, you can always come back here for a cup of coffee.
Please calm down. I'm here to help.
You mean the ceremony is going to start again soon?
That's right. Lately, all of our time has been focused on preparing for it.
Oh, that takes me back. The last time I was part of the ceremony, we gave our opponent all kinds of hell. But he still ended up winning.
So, the ceremony you took part in, was that when the current Overlord came into power?
He's tough as nails. But that's irrelevant. Doesn't matter who I'm up against. I'm taking that title.
In that case, can you tell us more about the ceremony?
Oh, sure. But I've got to take care of an errand with the help of a kind young man first. I'll meet you after we're done.
No problem. I'll take a look around. Let us know when you finish up.
See ya! We'll be waiting with the refreshments.
Oh, you're here.
Your new citizen card is ready.
Thank you kindly, manager. You're awfully thoughtful. Takes me back to the good old days in the outer ring. Oh, the youngsters there are all so sweet. I'll introduce you sometime.
Huh? Is something ready for combat? Standing by.
Officer 148.
Don't look at me.
Come on, let's get to work.
Huh? Is something the matter? Back up here. Here, catch. Don't drop it. Hands up. Drop the weapon. Sustain fire. Drop the weapon. Round them up.
The problem is that my son is very spoiled. And
Okay, so one thing I want to start off with is, why does your opinion trump over any other people's opinion?
Right, so do you believe that there is a truth out there?
Everything is subjective, but there is a right or wrong morally, especially when you're in a cultured society that is based off a set of standards and norms that we act on and we act as.
So everything is subjective. So is it objectively true you and I are having a conversation right now?
Yes.
So that's not subjective then. So not everything is subjective.
So why do you believe morals?
Right, so something is objective.
Yes, but why do you believe your subjective opinion trumps over other people's opinion?
Well, let me ask you another question. I'll tell you, I will answer.
Please don't interrupt me.
You
can, no, let me finish my sentence. I do not want to hear it. You think that your opinion is over other people's opinions. You think you were right subjectively.
Okay.
What is right or wrong?
I find it ironic the girl with the blonde hair just said that, since she herself thinks she's right all of the time. You will see various examples of this throughout the video.
Okay, is murder wrong?
Yes, of course.
Well then, abortion should be illegal. Answer to question.
What constitutes a human? What is a human?
Deoxyribonucleic acid and conception.
But to me, a human would be someone with a consciousness who is alive in this world.
Well,
to
guess
you,
what? You're wrong. So
but
that's
no,
fine.
You're wrong, because I think that's right and you think that's right.
Prove me. Prove it wrong.
What constitutes a human being? What is the definition of a human being?
She asks him, "What is a human?" Then cuts him off mid-answer just to tell him he's wrong, and then says a human is someone with a consciousness who is alive in the world. Considering all animals have a consciousness, a bird, elephant, or dolphin could all be classified as human by her own definition.
The creation of DNA that will never exist again, and a soul goes into that moment. I don't expect you guys.
What's a soul?
A soul?
What's a soul?
What is a soul?
What is a soul?
The eternal, indistinguishable, let's just say non-visible being of your existence.
I don't believe that. I don't believe anything is eternal.
Sorry you don't believe it.
That does not make yours okay.
Yeah, you do.
Hold on a second. Here's the thing. At some point, somebody's truth has to win. Because guess what? Your truth doesn't matter. That's still a truth
You've had
claim.
your truth in this country for the past thousands of decades.
Thousands of decades?
Not thousands. Whatever. That's a little embarrassing. But your truth has been the narrative of this country forever.
And you
think
Roe versus Wade just got repealed. Abortion was legal in this country for 40 years.
And before the 40 years, what was
And crime dropped.
Thankfully
40%
illegal in most
after it
And
went.
on top of that,
Oh wait, hold on. Do you think abortion lowers crime rates?
Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal.
Why is that the case?
It's called a statistic.
If you're going to use a statistic, take the time to make sense of it before trying to use it in an argument, so you don't end up embarrassing yourself because you have no clue what it actually means.
Who has the most abortions in America?
Woman.
Black people. Is that so? Are you trying to say the termination of blacks in the womb lower crime? That's a very racist argument.
That is not a
Okay.
You know blacks have 45% of the
I would suggest using African American.
blacks. What? Okay.
Sir, that's a leading question.
Huh?
Sir, that's a leading question.
You guys can come up and talk if you want. Yeah, it's 95 degrees out here, man. So, yes, sir.
That's a racist. Okay.
No, you're the racist. You're the says that abortion lowers crime rates and blacks have the most abortions in the country. Yes. Not name calling. Wait, is it not Black Lives Matter or is it African American Lives Matter? It's both. Oh, really? Okay, I thought it was BLM, so I say blacks. Okay.
He was just, okay, not too much, Andrew. Do you believe that you have some sort of privilege that skews your view on other people's lives? Because personally, I don't believe you could step in my shoes as a black woman and relate and understand the things. So I feel like it's not fair for you to choose what I get to do with my life because I'm a black woman in a white society.
What does being black have to do with truth?
Because there are different things that we experience,
Like what?
and my truth might not be your truth.
What, did you get into college easier than I do?
What?
Affirmative action.
Yes, you get jobs and internships that white kids don't get.
Oh, we're poor white people.
You have entire movements dedicated to your race.
We're so like.
Okay.
Those movements are to get rights. You're crazy. Okay, salt.
Do you not believe in racism?
Of course racism exists. The Democrat Party is still alive and well.
Do you think people are racist against white people?
All the time. All the time.
That's his definition.
Affirmative action is racism against white people. Yes.
Okay.
And Asians as well.
And Asians, that's right.
So I do have a question in that sense. If affirmative action is racism, why are most colleges predominantly white?
Why are they most predominantly white?
Why are most colleges, public colleges, are predominantly white?
We're a majority white country. You realize that, right? So colleges are the depiction of the nation.
Okay.
And actually, blacks on campus are disproportionate more than their population in certain areas, in certain campuses, than their population because of affirmative action.
In HBCUs? Is that what
Certain campuses.
Are you talking about HBCUs?
So, but let me just ask a more broad philosophical question. Why does skin color matter at all? Why should we care about it?
Because of the society we live in.
Well, hold on. But no.
You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to someone of color.
Let me ask you a
by
question.
saying that.
What can you do, or what can I do that you can't do? What law?
Anytime someone asks the question, what can I do that you can't do? Or what rights do I have that you don't? They avoid the question and immediately deflect to another topic. If America was as bad as they claim, shouldn't it be easy to point out at least one example or law that could prove their point?
Explain how
Affirmative action is lowering of tests, standards, and quota for a quota. No, it's not. It's the way it works. Yeah, it's the way it works. I'm not going to entertain fallacies. Tell me, why?
Just let him talk. We have to hear your fallacies.
Why does skin color matter?
I believe skin color matters because of the society.
He's not being respectful. Do you know how
and I guess it goes into critical race theory.
Yes, it is.
Because of the society we have lived in, race is a factor. If from the beginning of time race wasn't a factor, and there was never anybody who was oppressed because of their race, I feel like it would not play a part in anything that we do. But because literally less.
If they were interrupting you, I would.
Do you believe on black crime?
Do I believe in black on black crime? Yeah, it's abundant.
Explain.
Yeah, it's the number one cause of death in many black communities. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like,
Okay.
So back to our previous argument that was interrupted. So in the sense of what, like I was saying, you don't believe like because of the history and because races have been oppressed, you don't believe like race plays a part in things, and you don't believe like.
No, that's not true. No. So, do you know who Thomas Sowell is? You know who Thomas Sowell is?
No.
I really encourage you to look. Thomas Sowell's great. He's one of the best black economists of the 20th century. Grew up in Harlem, and he's done the best research in the 1940s, 1950s, and 60s black community. And essentially, his argument is that black America was experiencing a renaissance in the 50s and 60s, despite discrimination. Yes. Now, the one part that I would agree with.
But, however, it's not the black community as a whole, it's Harlem black community.
Chicago too, but let's pretend you're right, okay? The one argument that I would agree with, and I'm against systemic racism arguments, the one that I would say, you know what, there was something very wrong is when Democrat Lyndon Baines Johnson came in and destroyed the black nuclear family. If there was one part where I could say, you know what, that was unjust and that has to be undone, it's when Lyndon Baines Johnson went in through the Great Society program with the intent to destroy the black nuclear family.
Okay. So in that sense, do you believe the war on drugs also played a part? Or
Not
do you
really.
not believe in the war on drugs?
Well, look, I mean, I believe we should be very harsh on drugs, but I think I would give some merit to the argument of some government agencies peddling cocaine in the inner cities. There is evidence to show that. I'm not going to debate it. Do I think it has so for example, like there's one number that I'm fascinated with, right? Single motherhood in the black community was about 28% in 1945, okay? Now it's around 65 to 70%. Why? Are we more racist than we were in 1945?
No.
Okay, so then what happened?
The war on drugs.
Okay, fair enough.
The war on drugs. The demolishing the nuclear family in a sense.
Right.
And I believe due to the history that's happened, racism is still very prevalent, and a lot of the systemic I mean, a lot of the systems that are in America, correct?
Yeah. So no, of course not. But I was actually caught by your shirt. You know, Malcolm X was super pro-life.
Yes.
I think Malcolm X could teach a lot of the black movement something, because it more so than Martin Luther King, because Malcolm X, I'm getting there. Malcolm X, some people don't describe him correctly as being violent, right? That was a very small part of his literature. He was very big on trying to get Black America to succeed despite the white liberal.
Yes.
And
not the white liberal.
He did say white liberal. Oh, you go look up the Malcolm X white liberal quote. And so I think that's interesting. Just think about it. Go look up Malcolm X warned against white liberals owning Black America for their own gain, which is exactly what BLM is.
Okay, so back to my initial point. Back to my initial point. You don't believe that my truth can be different than yours, specifically based on race.
Experiences can be different, but there is always a truth. I'll give you an example. We all might have 5 different opinions of a car crash, right? But eventually a truth will be revealed of what really happened. Does that make sense?
So you believe that your truth is the truth that you have found yourself is the ultimate truth?
I would hope so. Yeah.
Super.
And I'm willing to learn.
And then make America great again.
Otherwise, I think Malcolm X can teach us a lot right now. Yes.
What do you think about like the 1960s and 70s militarization of the police? The shift in the police?
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally very pro-police. What about the military? I mean, the question is what came first, and I honestly don't know the answer. Was it the rise in crime, or was it the police that went into the interview?
If you knew what you were talking about, you would know the answer.
Yeah, it's not so clear. Because there was a massive crime wave in the early 1970s in New York, where a lot of New Yorkers demanded more police with heavier weaponry and the ability to enforce the law.
And post-militarization of the police, crime went up.
And then it went down in the 80s. Violent crime went down big time.
Let's talk about the 10 years right after. What happened there?
This is the second time she used statistics without an understanding of what they mean, embarrassing herself in the process yet again.
What do you think happened?
So you're drawing a correlation between police officers being militarized and more people committing crimes.
Over-militarization of the police, yes.
Why?
Not exactly more people committing crimes, more people being arrested for crimes
and
put into jail or minor
Yeah, I mean,
crimes.
I can't disagree with that.
The prison system, I mean, we account for...
Yeah, I mean, why do people go to prison, right? Because they commit crimes, so...
Women are furious because of this new law that requires mandatory paternity tests.
But so many women's groups say this wouldn't be fair, you're acting like you don't trust the mother.
They say there's no problem with you taking care of another man's kid.
I don't think there's any issue with a man taking care of another man's child.
But the real reason they don't see a problem with tricking you into raising another man's child is because they benefit from it. They could care less how it affects anyone else.
A woman found out that her husband got a secret paternity test due to pressure from his family because of their daughter's darker skin color and curly hair. She posted to the relationship advice subreddit where she revealed that she's Brazilian American, but her husband is Serbian and very fair. When their daughter started developing her darker skin, his entire family made jokes about him not being the father. This mom found paternity test results in his phone and questioned him about it. And the dad revealed that his family was accusing her of cheating and pushed for the paternity test. On a daily basis, they were in this man's ear. He claims he got the paternity test to shut his family up. But he did it behind her back, and now she's hurt and angry about it. She feels betrayed by his family, who she thought truly loved and cherished her and her daughter. She's also convinced that her husband doesn't trust her and can't decide whether or not she should let it go. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't trust your spouse, the first person you should be talking to is your spouse. There is an expectation that your spouse will have your back, which includes stopping baseless attacks from extended family members. If this dad truly had concerns about his daughter's paternity, he should have discussed it with his wife. Getting a secret paternity test, that might cause some problems when it comes to light. What would you do in this situation?
Considering how big of a problem paternity fraud is, getting a DNA test under any circumstance is reasonable. If he asked his wife if the kid was his, she would automatically say yes regardless if it was his or not, which is why he decided to get a DNA test instead.
30%.
That's 30% of all men who go to actually get paternity tested turn out to not be the father. So out of every 100, 30 of those will not be the dad. So it does leave me to wonder why, when a baby is born, why don't they just DNA test at that time? Understanding the fact that sometimes the dad's not involved, but that seems like it would clear up a whole bunch of issues. What's your thought? Should they require DNA testing at birth?
Yes, they should. But they should also make DNA testing a requirement for child support, which would also help prevent paternity fraud.
Don't swipe now. Come back here. Hey, ladies, did you know that paternity fraud is now a crime? Yeah, let's talk about House Bill 2689, because they locking y'all up.
I'm going to make my money one way or another. Even if that means locking you up, I'll make my money off of you being locked up. Please peep the game.
Oh, yeah. And this hookup culture? Oh, yeah, that's a wrap. Because they're making it so you can no longer get child support off of one-night stands. If that man wasn't in your life, let me tell you.
Not only are they making it mandatory for the man to get a DNA test before he signs a birth certificate, but now they're like, look, you're not going to be able to get any money off of this man if he was not actively, long-term, a part of your everyday life.
Oh, yeah, it's true, too. And if I could add on to this bill, you know what? If all these fathers are paying these high amounts in child support, why not give the child to the father? Yeah, that's coming, too. I mean, what you think?
I'm going to be honest enough to admit that a man would probably be more capable of raising a child on his own than a woman.
Oh, my goodness gracious, it drives me crazy. So, with the whole argument,
Stop resisting. Please, don't resist. Hold again. Fire support, ready. Freeze! This little one's gotcha. You're under arrest. Let's test your mess. Okay. One last offensive, no restrictions. Fire at will. Drop the weapon! Support has arrived. Time to close the net.
Now's the chance. Locking in. Here we go. Stop resisting.
Please, don't resist.
Ready. Thanks.
Time to close the net. Huh? Is something... Let me finish my cup of hot water.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready. Huh? Is something the matter?
Stop resisting.
Freeze!
The three-pronged approach.
You're under arrest! Hip! Drop the weapon!
Yurang. Stop resisting. Let's test your mettle.
Here, catch! Don't drop it! Surrender your weapon! Suppressor K-22! Maximum firepower! Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
Huh? Is something the matter?
Good timing. This guy keeps asking me to save his brother. I told him we're not a hospital, and he just waved his jackhammer in my face and threatened me.
The jackhammer is his bro.
Thanks, partner. You're the only one who truly gets me.
His bro is a jackhammer? I don't get young people these days. I saw someone yesterday insisting the character on their phone was their wife. And now we have this weirdo who calls a jackhammer his bro.
What did you say about my bro?
Let's just take a look at your jackhammer then, sir. What seems to be the problem?
My bro, he can't talk.
Speakers could be easily damaged by the vibrations from the hammer, but would someone really install a voice module into a jackhammer?
He means the jackhammer isn't moving.
I see.
My bro's so sick he can't even eat.
Are jackhammers supposed to be able to eat, too?
He can't charge the battery.
Oh, I see.
Please save him! I'll pay any cost! I'll donate a kidney if I have to! I really can't lose him again.
Huh. And what does he mean by that?
The jackhammer is important to him. The cost isn't. So please, just fix it.
I've seen this jackhammer's disease, problem, before. How long have you been using it? Using him?
A real long time. My bro has been through all the hollows with me. We fought off countless ethereals together.
I guess the batteries are worn out. It shouldn't be a problem. But given the price of a replacement battery, I would recommend just replacing the entire drill. How about the new range from 3 Gates Corp? The battery is large and keeps running all day. You could be trapped in a hollow for a month and it just keep going.
He just wants to fix his old one.
Did you just ask me to abandon my bro? I don't care what it costs. I just want him back.
I understand how you feel, more or less. Just leave it to me.
Bro, you're back! We still have so many adventures ahead of us. I'm not letting you off that easy. Shh. No. You only just got better, so let's talk and more rest, okay?
Wow, did he just manually switch it off?
He just used his fingers to close his bro's eyes.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
I don't know how to thank you. You saved my bro. But, here. Have this token of my appreciation.
This much? Charging extra is something only businesses without a license would do. Please, just give me the standard quoted price.
That's nothing compared to the life of my bro. If you ever get into any trouble, my bro and I will move heaven and earth to help.
Your bro is the most troublesome thing I've encountered on 6th Street. But thanks anyway. I hope this, jackhammer bro of yours gets better soon.
Thanks. You were a lot of help. I don't know what I would have done without you. I'm used to people treating me like some weirdo who talks to himself. You're the only one who can see through my bro's exterior and straight into his soul.
Every weirdo has their own story to tell. Later, how about you tell me yours and your bros?
Guess you've seen things like this before, so you must get what I mean. I guess our meeting was fated after all.
Oh, well, you look about as energetic as a fully charged bulldozer today. I'm here to pick up the videotape we talked about before.
You hardly ever come to the store. Why don't we watch it together?
Sure. If you agree to let me dismantle that little cutie of yours, Eos. Just kidding. Come on, let's head on in and watch the movie. That was a really good movie. It might be a comedy, but there were lots of really moving scenes, too. It was actually Coleta who recommended the film. She said the heroine who time-traveled from the past was really similar to me.
Maybe because you'd both do anything in pursuit of your research?
I might have gotten that from my parents. They were both holo researchers. They were always working late when I was young. They'd work so hard that they forgot to eat. But they'd also forget to make me food, too.
Difficult parents.
I used to feel the same way. But later I came to realize how precious the time we spent together really was. Sometime later, they, disappeared while investigating a holo.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. After that, I was adopted by Horse, Coleta's father. And then... well, look at me going on about myself. I guess this movie really does have a way of bringing out the emotion in people.
Thank you for opening up to me about all this.
You know, this is stuff I haven't talked about with anyone in a long time. I really hadn't expected to say any of this in front of you. Maybe it's because I just like your vibe. Thanks for reminding me how fun a good movie can be. I'll be singing your praises at the company whenever I get the chance. And what I said before about dismantling Eos? Why don't you think it over and get back to me? I promise I'll be gentle.
I envy you, having such a tiny pair of hands. It must be so easy to handle your invoices. Me, I'm always dropping fur into the glue pot or accidentally ripping them with my claws.
That is troubling. Why not let colleagues post their own invoices?
That won't work, unfortunately. Coleta is very careful about sticking them on, but the numbers never seem to add up. Anton just pastes in all the scratch-offs he's won. And Grace, he'll write a formula onto the invoice, and then I have to figure out the amount by doing the formula. And so, ultimately, sticking the invoices on the forms ends up being my job.
I see. Well, you do a great job, Ben.
It's nothing. I'm always happy to help people, but if they could just stick their own invoices properly, I think I'd be even happier. You know, this is the first time I've ever talked about this with someone else. It feels refreshing. If you don't mind, let's talk more about this kind of stuff in the future.
They're ambushing. Move!
Ready?
Yeah. You're under arrest. Yeah. Stop resisting. Please, don't resist.
for more.
I'm here. Back up here.
Support has arrived.
Sitting down saves me about 3 seconds of battery power.
Oh, there are no seats left.
If I stand up again, I'll lose 8 seconds of my battery power. What should I do?
Hey, did you not see that elderly man next to you? Aren't you gonna give up your seat? Yeah, I'm talking to you, green pigtails.
This is a misunderstanding. She's genuinely not feeling well. She didn't mean to not offer her seat.
Whoa, people will say anything just for a seat. What's the point of making up a lame excuse like that? Your friend with the pigtails looks perfectly fine.
That's not true. Please, just hear me out.
That's enough. It's alright. I should have offered my seat too.
Qingyi!
What's happening? She's not breathing. Did I just... Ah!
Please calm down. She's just malfunctioning.
How am I supposed to calm down? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What do I do now?
You're finally back. Wait. Manager, your hands! I didn't know you two were a thing.
Wait, let me explain. She suddenly ran out of battery and I was just bringing her back.
Oh, I see. That explains why I couldn't reach her earlier. Looks like her communication module was cut off too. Please follow me. We have a charging station in our office.
Qingyi. Hello? She's not responding.
She's never completely run out of power before. I'm not sure how long it will take her to reboot. What on earth did you do to her, manager? How did this happen?
Don't put it like that. Her battery was about to die when I saw her on the street.
I've gone over her manual thoroughly, and she shouldn't have any issues restarting after losing power.
Is there a button to press? When your computer doesn't work, you can usually hold the power button to fix it. Where's her power switch?
Poke her power button. Hold on, why am I even considering this? She's way more complex than a TV or a Bangbu. Even with all your repair know-how, it's too risky. What if you break something?
Wait, you're making this sound even weirder. Stop it. I just heard a... Zhu Yuan, did you hear that?
Qingyi, we heard you. Stop pretending. Are you okay?
I probably wouldn't be alright if I kept pretending. Don't worry, I'm fine. Thank you, Manager and Captain.
I was genuinely worried for a bit there.
I was just being playful. It's kind of fun to pretend to be sick and see who actually cares, don't you think? Please forgive me if I've made you worry.
Can't believe you're acting like a kid at this age.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
I only handle technical matters.
Back up here.
Kinyi, go get some rest. Sustain fire. Yep. Drop the weapon. No room for mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple more. Here we go. The three-pronged approach. Surrender your weapon. Drop the weapon!
I'm here.
Here we go! Sustain fire! Watch your surroundings!
Just some pesky flies.
They're ambushing. Move! You ready?
Understood.
I only handle technical matters. Huh? I only handle technical matters.
Here.
The three-pronged approach. Hands up! Elite backup inbound. Yep. Drop the weapon. Sustain fire. Watch your surroundings.
Round them up.
Perfectly lined up. Here we go. Yeah.
Where to assist?
Here, catch. Don't drop it. Surrender your weapon. Don't even try it. You're surrounded.
Finally, I found the full series. I was worried someone might borrow it, so I came straight here after work.
You're overthinking it. Hardly anyone ever borrows this tape. There's no risk of someone else taking it from you.
Really? Nobody borrowed this one-of-a-kind videotape?
It's mostly just showcasing good restaurants and fun places to visit. Isn't it kind of weird that you want to binge watch the whole series?
Is that weird? I just wanted to collect as much data as possible. If you're not interested, I can watch it on my own. You don't have to keep me company.
I'm not totally uninterested. I've got nothing better to do. Might as well watch it and learn something.
That was fascinating. I didn't realize it's so late already. Sorry for keeping you up, Manager. Manager?
Huh? Yeah, it was really interesting. You liked it too, right?
Yeah, especially the part about your store.
Huh? Which episode was it? I can't remember us paying for any advertising.
Which episode was it again? I can't remember.
Come on, Qingyi. Don't tease me like that.
Just rewatch it if you're really curious. Which episode was it again? Could be episode 49. Oh, wait. Maybe it's 2308. Who knows? Sorry, my memory fails me. That's what happens when you get older. You watch something and then you forget about it.
Time to relax after a long day taking care of the accounts. May I come and pick up that copy of Best Bid now?
Of course you can. How about we watch it together?
That'd be great. I'd like to learn more about market prices for certain commodities on the open market. It'll help me make purchases at a more reasonable and cost-effective price. Wait, am I seeing that right? A cement bucket that Big Bear Thyron's mixed in is being sold for 500 dennies?
Remarkable. Something like that can actually be sold as a commodity.
But isn't that just construction waste from our company's work site? Seems like I'd better reevaluate the value of certain company assets. Many of them may be worth a lot more than I originally thought.
Like the calculator a certain sturdy-looking Bear Thyron uses?
Sturdy-looking Bear Thyron? Are you talking about me? I don't know about that. My colleagues on site tell me sitting in that office all day is making me thinner. It's nice to relax with a video after a job well done. I'll try to stop by more often.
Let me explain. My client requested memorabilia from this store. So I asked the store clerk, who informed me they aren't available for purchase. They can only be obtained by winning tickets through playing.
That's right. Generally, a customer would need to play Soul Hounds 3 for around 5 days to win enough tokens. Another way is the Manager Challenge. If you win, you can get it right away. But it's considerably more difficult than saving up for 5 days.
Oh, how troublesome. I don't want to invest 5 days into this. And just getting familiar with the game will take some time. Especially since I've never played arcade games.
I can't believe you've never played an arcade game.
Well, it isn't an essential skill for a maid, and our housekeeping service doesn't involve playing arcade games.
That's understandable. People have different strong suits. I'm the opposite. I'm not good with housework, and doing laundry leaves me exhausted. So I just leave it to the self-service washing machine downstairs.
Hold on. Not doing something doesn't equate to being bad at it. Are you implying I'm avoiding arcade games because I'm bad at them?
Huh? That's not what I meant.
I've made up my mind. I want to get that memorabilia today. You mentioned a way to win it immediately just now. The Manager Challenge, was it?
That's right. It's our special event here. Essentially, you just have to battle against me in Soul Hounds 3. If you win, you'll get the memorabilia right away.
What? I heard someone say Manager Challenge. Is someone here to challenge Asha?
Let me introduce you. This here is Jonah, and he's sort of a regular here and a big fan of the Manager Challenge.
No one's ever beaten Asha since the opening of this store. Please let me watch. I'm sure I can learn a lot from it.
Asha might be good, but the manager challenge is worth a shot if you want to win the memorabilia fast.
I think the same. My goal is to complete my service, so anything is worth a go.
It feels a bit odd to be challenged by someone new to video games. But as long as it brings business, I guess it's a good thing. So, welcome to Godfinger, and I accept your challenge.
All right, we've arrived at the battle arena. Both contestants are ready. It's the Soul Hounds Asha versus Rena.
Is the commentary really necessary every time someone comes here to challenge me? Don't mind the kid. Just enjoy the game. The rules are pretty lenient. If you manage to overtake me in depth at any point in the game, even if only for a split second, you win.
Oh, please, don't think of me as a mere novice. I'm the type who gets excited at the mere sight of a vacuum cleaner. I just have to picture myself cleaning up clutter using the puppy bamboo in the game to turn this into my area of expertise.
I look forward to a great performance from both contestants. Get ready, insert your coins, and go! Wow, Asha is off to a strong start, pulling ahead by several levels within the first 3 seconds. Let's see how Rena's doing. She's pretty impressive, too. Look at how fast she moves her fingers. She doesn't look like a first-timer at all. Rena's Soul Hound is wielding the vacuum cleaner with incredible speed. It's just a blur. It's like my grandma when she chases me with a broom. Rena stands a good chance of winning at this rate. Just kidding. Why did you clear the entire row of blocks? You don't have to do that. Just keep moving downward.
What are you talking about? I can't leave rubbish lying around. If I don't clean it up, my vacuum will cry.
I think she's playing a different game. A perfect example of playing in your own way.
Rena is progressing slowly, but everything's so clean. I've never seen such a clear screen in Soul Hounds 3. Not even when Asha is playing.
I can't pretend I didn't hear that. It seems unfair if I win like this. Fine then.
Asha has suddenly stopped advancing. What? She started clearing the blocks by rows too. She's matching Rena's pace and energy effortlessly.
Oh my, you may seem gentle on the surface, but you're actually very competitive.
Right back at you.
Wait just a second. Am I seeing this right? The gap is closing. Though it's slow, the two are getting closer and closer.
Give it your all, Asha. The moment you push yourself through your limits, you'll reach your true potential.
Rena speaks like the ultimate villain in a movie, despite falling behind. As the battle intensifies, both contestants have kicked into high gear.
Huh? What? The screen froze, and the buttons aren't responding. It's almost like when a bamboo crashes.
Hold the competition. Let me see. The screen froze, so I'm gonna restart the machine. Wait, why is the screen still on after I've unplugged the machine? Could it be broken? Oh, this is bad. My boss is gonna be angry, and my pay's gonna get deducted.
Hey, look! The score on the screen, 9,999,999. That's a lot of nines! That's definitely higher than the current record!
It's probably due to the crash. Strings of numbers like these can often be seen on the screen of a crashed game. But didn't the rule say...
The rules say that if your depth overtakes mine at any point, you win. Wait a sec. Are you saying I've lost? I won't accept that kind of loophole.
I agree, Miss Asha. I can't consider this a win for me either. Let's leave the competition aside and focus on the machine for now. I can feel a slight electromagnetic reaction lingering on the joystick. Oh, perhaps I was so focused on our competition that I exerted too much force and broke the machine. I'll compensate accordingly.
Huh? Do you mean you're willing to buy the machine?
If the extent of the damage indeed warrants selling the entire machine, then of course. I'll arrange the purchase once I've finished handling my current tasks. Finding a way to get the memorabilia is still my top priority. Since I failed to pass the manager challenge, I'll have to spend 5 days.
Wait. 5 days until... congratulations! You've passed the manager challenge! Look at all those 9s on the screen! I admit defeat.
Admit defeat? This is the demise of the Soul Hound's queen!
There's no need to go shouting it in the streets, and demise is hardly the right word. Right. Here's your prize. A commemorative Godfinger figurine. Please, take it. Now, can we talk about buying the arcade machine?
Please, rest assured I'll go through with the purchase. But I can't accept the memorabilia. I don't think I've defeated you.
Completing your service is more important, right? Just consider it receiving your reward in advance. You can come back later and beat Asha fair and square.
Yes, you're right. I've become so concerned with the outcome of the competition that I've forgotten my priorities. Thank you, manager. I'll keep the memorabilia. Spending my first gaming experience with you was truly wonderful. I'll definitely come back here to fulfill my promise to win. I hope we run into each other again during my second, third, and fourth times playing. Keep it.
You walked right into this one.
The three-pronged approach.
Sure. Huh? Yep. Huh.
Jingy, go get some rest.
I'm here.
Stop resisting.
Fire support, ready.
Drop the weapon.
Support has arrived. Be careful.
Back up here.
I've got your six.
Round the knot. Following order. You walked right into this one.
Perfectly lined up. Hands up! No restrictions! Fire at will! Ha! Keep up the assault!
Are you two willing to contribute to new Eridu's well-being? That's the spirit! Mew Mew will always protect you! Or should I say, protect you? If you need PubSec's help, just let me know. Thank you for supporting public security's work.
The missing bang boom must have run off somewhere around here.
Watch your surroundings!
Wait, I can hear fighting off in the distance. Listen. You think it's the bamboo? It's surrounded by ethereals. It needs our help.
I've got your six. Yep. Drop the weapon. Support has arrived. Standing by.
you walked right into this one.
Move it!
Here we go!
I'll take you!
Round them up!
Perfectly lined up. Stand still.
Sure.
This is the song. I didn't...
Looks like we're in luck. We're done already.
Do you mind if I finish watching this videotape here?
Be my guest. But most of the latter part is just ads. Is there a specific scene you want to watch?
Not really. It's just that, well, I've suddenly found myself drawn to those advertising phrases I haven't heard for ages. Here's a little secret. I'm really good at memorizing advertising slogans. During my childhood, TV was off limits for me. Except for that half hour after dinner when I joined my family to watch the news together. But I had no interest in the news back then. Instead, I was more interested in the ads that came after it. So I started playing a game, memorizing the advertising slogans with my family.
Memorizing advertising slogans. What kind of game is that?
It was just a little memory training game to them, but for me it was a way of getting to watch the ads just a little longer. Since we have the chance, why don't you give it a go, instead of me just explaining it? As for the rules, we just need to adjust them slightly given we're watching on a tape. You take the remote. You can press pause at any time. Then I'll recite the next line of the ad slogan.
Those ads are pretty old. Are you sure you still remember them? Well, get ready. Perfect. I managed to press pause just 0.1 seconds into the ad. Can you guess what ad it is, Rena?
Oh dear, you're starting this with a tricky one. That's the spirit. But the answer is pretty obvious with that hint of a curved pattern on the screen. This is an ad for lemon, and the next line goes, "Be young and enjoy the sour."
Okay, pause. I managed to capture a white screen with nothing on it. Can you guess what ad it is?
A picture like this can only be one product. This is an ad for Cap'n Cow, and the white background is actually a sea of milk. Cap'n Cow, who sits on a hat, emerges from the milk to recite his next line, "Moo, I command you to grow up fast."
Did you just moo like a cow?
I didn't throw it in just for fun. It's part of the slogan. I'm just trying to replicate it as faithfully as possible.
If even that didn't faze you, it's time to play the trump card. I'll play the ad at double speed backwards, then pause it suddenly.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm afraid that won't make it any more difficult in the slightest. This is an ad for the Bubble Moon detergent. It's a fun little song, and the next line goes, "You smell good, I smell good, everyone smells good."
Amazing. You got all the questions right. How many ads did you watch when you were little?
Oh, it feels like I've watched every ad that aired during that time slot hundreds of times. Manager, does that red dot in the corner of the screen mean the VCR is recording this?
Oh no, I must have accidentally pressed the record button earlier.
Does this mean that the original content will be deleted? I'm really sorry my little game has caused you trouble.
It's not just deleting the original content. This VCR has more functions than you might think. It's also connected to the microphone in the workshop.
Connected to the microphone? What do you mean?
Give me a moment. I'll rewind and play it back.
You smell good, I smell good, everyone smells good.
Oh, my voice is on the tape.
Looks like you've got it. The videotape has become Black LP Player Rena's Commentary Edition.
It would appear so. But you'll delete it right away, won't you?
Moo, I command you to grow up fast.
Coincidences like this don't happen every day. It'd be a shame to delete it.
I guess so.
I can't make myself delete it. How about you keep the videotape? Keep it or delete it. It's up to you.
Keep it? Why give it to me when you can just record over it?
It's rare we get to capture a precious moment like this. It's worth more than other videotapes now.
I see your point. In that case, I won't insist on deleting it. Still, please don't show it to anyone else. I'm afraid it might reflect badly on the maids of Victoria housekeeping. How about I rent the tape indefinitely? You've done so much for me already, I can't just keep a videotape without paying. Please, put my name on the rental list. And if possible, I'd really appreciate the Friends discount.
Since you put it like that, I can't argue. But because it's a rental item, you have to take good care of it.
Don't worry, I'll treat it with the utmost care. I might even take it out once in a while to reminisce about this moment.